We've got the Detroit Pistons and the Sacramento Kings. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Now, here's Monk. Over to the left wing. Here's Valanciunas. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Valanciunas has got the first points up on the board for the Kings. The Pistons on offense. On the wing, Hardaway. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Thompson with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Cunningham outside. Here's Thompson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Levine. Comes up empty down low.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here's Sacramento. It's a three-point game. Outside for Murray. It's good from long range.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. The shot by Thompson, no good. Here's Monk. Pass to Levine. Sacramento moving it around. Outside DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jalen Duren. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Now here's Beasley. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, for a guy who does a lot of his work on the perimeter, Beasley gets into the painted area.
Here's Levine. That shot, no good. Great defense that time from Duren. Pass to Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Kate getting up that time.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Levine deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's where Jonas is going to do most of his damage. Down low, playing physical, knocking guys around.
Beasley outside. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Duren a screen. Here's Harris. They get it back. Now Beasley. From deep three-point territory. Valanciunas grabs the board. The Kings trailing. Well, the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better. So the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Pass to Murray. DeRozan inside. And DeRozan throws it down.
The flush. DeMar getting up.
Duran a screen. Hardaway. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Levine, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
What helps Levine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
Pass to Duran. Will it go? And it's good on the way in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And it's out of bounds. Pass touch by Valanciunas.
He's going to throw his arm out trying to make a pass of that length.
Beasley for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The King.
The Pistons. 11.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Here's the screen. Stewart in the corner. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by Lyle.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's DeRozan missing. Pistons trailed by 3. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Pass to Ellis. Outside Carter. Rebound, Detroit. Here's Schroeder. High post Stewart. Schroeder surveying the floor. Back to Stewart. Here's Howland. 5 on the clock. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. DeRozan with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Asar Thompson.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
Detroit making a switch here.
basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Now here's Holiday. The kick to Tatum. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Daniels. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
And stolen by Porzingis. White on the wing. Fires the three. Okongwu with the rebound. Here's Young. Inside. Pass to Daniels. The three is up. The rebound, Celtics.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Left side, Tatum. No good there. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And that one misses. One thing you can say about Boston, Graham, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Porzingis. And he buries his first look.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
Out to the right wing. Back to Daniels. Here's Gay. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Tatum. There's the triple. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
White with a steal. And Okongwu with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Number 3.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Brown with a screen. They kick it out to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Tatum. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something."
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
And the Hawks with possession here. The Celtics making their last shot. Pass to Daniels. Out to the right wing. Tipped away. It's stolen by Tatum. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. The Hawks making a switch here. Hawks trail by 5. Launches it. And it's Krejci missing. Outside, Brown. Pass to Pritchard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Okongwu with the bucket.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Boston again missing. Hawks trail by 3. It's LeVert on the wing. Pass to man. And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Here's Brown. And Okongwu with the block. LeVert outside. Niang with it. Now Horford defending. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
To the inside. Cornette with the bucket.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
LeVert outside. The 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Boston out.
The Hawks, 9.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
And out on the wing, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite. He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
Back to LeVert. Tatum with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. And White finishes off the break. Well done.
Good anticipation wins Tatum a steal, and he knows better than to let it go to waste.
Back to LeVert. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Krejci. LeVert outside. 6 on the shot clock. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Very comfortable shooting it from there. LeVert converts. Get it?
Outside Porzingis. From deep. Capella with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Out to the wing. LeVert outside. From deep three-point land. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Boston leading by 3. Right side Holiday. Brown scanning the floor. Brown cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. To the left side wing. Here's Krejci. And the 3 off target. Boston on offense. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Niang a screen. Here's Krejci. Count it.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
On the wing, Tatum. Give him 8 points now. On the wing, Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. No good from outside. Hawks trail by 6. To the wing, right side. Down low. Outside for LeVert. Beyond the arc. He drops it from range. LeVert's got 5.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Outside Tatum. Back to Holiday. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Holiday's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Capella. Right side Young. Over Porzingis. And Porzingis with the block. And Young gets it to go.
Assisted.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
And here's Holiday. The 3 is up. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Poke loose. Up top, Young.
Boston foul.
Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good.
Shooting for Atlanta.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Boston leading by 6. White on the wing. Dives for it. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. 26 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Daniels. And it's off from three-point range. It's Brown on the wing. Screen by Horford. Takes the 3. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it.
Hawks ball.
Five ticks left to play in the second quarter. There's Young with the 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Boston Celtics leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. To the paint. Porzingis sets a screen. 4 on the clock. Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
Here's Porzingis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 8.
And when he was younger, Tatum would often try to do it all himself, but now he wants to keep everybody involved.
Shoots. And And again, it's Atlanta. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Outside, Brown. Outside, Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Hawks trail by 6. And coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for a team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Gay. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on White.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He's off on the second. Celtics lead by 5. Outside Holiday. Porzingis sets a screen. To the middle. And Okongwu with the block. And he's able to get it back. And that one's good. Porzingis. And the Hawks with possession here. Here's Gay. Pass to Daniels. Outside Young. Three-pointer. The 3-ball is good from Young.
It's great to see Young working off the ball. He's got the skill set to flourish in that kind of action.
Porzingis sets a screen. Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Okongwu with the bucket. Okongwu's got 9.
You want to take away the shooting of Young, but in the pick and roll, Trey can dish it effectively.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. Here's Pritchard. The kick to Tatum. No good with the triple.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Inside. Here's Rizachet. Back to Okongwu. Porzingis grabs the board.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Pritchard, no good. Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Gay. Outside Young. There's a screen. Here's Gay. Hounded by Tatum. And that one is stuffed right through.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Tatum. The rebound by Atlanta.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Young from long range for the lead. And the 3-pointer goes. Young's got 8 here in this quarter. Tatum from long range. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he...
35.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Boston trailing. Tatum with it. To the inside. Horford. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action. I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
From deep, Capella. And Craig pulls it down. And here's Boston. It's a one-point game. Tatum can't hit.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Pass to Krejci. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For close to a decade now, Stan, Clint Capella has been a double-double machine.
Well, Brian, I think the key to Capella is he knows who he is. He's a great rebounder, rim runner, and shot blocker, and then he doesn't force things offensively, and that's why he's had one of the highest shooting percentages in NBA history.
KYG, know your game. Tatum inside. Shot clock at 6. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Craig, no good. The Hawks lead by 3. Pass to Capella. And now the Hawks on the break.
Yeah, at the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
Outside Tatum. Looking to get it going. Look at Tatum using his length.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Atlanta making some changes.
Substitution on the court.
The 3 from Rizashea. The rebound, Celtics. Left side, Tatum. Brown with a screen. Floats one. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Down low. On the wing, Daniels. 5 to shoot. Okongwu with the bucket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's Tatum. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Into the lane. From downtown. On the wing, Daniels. Now Young. Pass to Okongwu. And stolen by Porzingis. Here's White. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
There's Young with the 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Porzingis sets a screen. Back to Holiday. Inside. Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Rizashea. And here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
Outside White. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Up again. And it's in. And he's tied it up. What a shot.
And it's Porzingis at 7-3, a monster to go to late in the game.
Young looking for an opening. Now Okongwu. Pass to Rizashea. Here's Gay. Fires from deep. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
The determination from Holiday shines through there. Refuses to give up on that shot.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Terrence Mann. Harris Levert.
Now here's Young for three. He's off from three. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. They swipe it. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And here's a Kongwu for three. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Trey quick on the take. The three from Rizashea. The rebound, Celtics.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Gay. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Oh! Jason Tatum!
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
He knows just how important these shots are, and he makes them count.
Pass to a Kongwu. Outside Young. Now here's a Kongwu. Here's Rizashea. Defended by Brown. To the middle. Gay's shot is good. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Left side Tatum. And here's Brown for three. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
To the inside. A Kongwu. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
There's Tatum with the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis. And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Misses the three. And Atlanta with possession here. It's stolen by Holiday. Here's Porzingis. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
At 7'3", Porzingis is a problem. Really makes defenses settle for fouling him and hoping he misses.
So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
And just incredible confidence at the free throw line. That is how you win close games.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What's the best strategy for him?
And there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
To the left wing. Here's Gay. Offline with a three. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a two-possession game.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
Pass to Daniels. Outside Young. From outside the arc. The shot won't fall. So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end.
And that'll do it, folks.